Okay, so in this video, what I want to take a look at is I want to take a look at evaluating a radical with an even index. Now, by index, I mean the numbers in front of the radical. Okay, so for example, this is a fourth root. It is an index of 4. Now, these radicals do not have an index in front of them. They are automatically square roots when there is no index listed there. So theoretically, there is an invisible 2 there. We just don't list it. Okay. Now, the index is there as an inverse operation to an exponent. So an index will wipe out an exponent that matches it. For example, 400 is really just 20 squared. So the square root of 20 squared, the index and the exponent wipe each other out, and our answer is 20. Okay? Similarly, the fourth root of 16, well, 16 just so happens to be 2 to the 4th power. So we're looking for the fourth root of 2 to the 4th power. The index and exponents wipe each other out, and we're left with 2. Okay? Now, for the square root of negative 25, okay, one rule regarding even index problems is that the inside can never be negative. So the inside of my radical cannot be negative if it is an even index. So this has no real solution. We've learned imaginary solutions in the past, but we're not going to deal with any of those now. The square root of 200, okay? So 200 is the same thing as 2 times 100. 100 being a perfect square. So 100 is 10 squared. So the 10 comes outside of the radical, and the 2 stays inside. So even though that's not a nice rational answer, that is my answer there. For 48, looking at the square root of 16 times, or excuse me, the fourth root of 16 times the fourth root of 3. The fourth root of 16, 16 is 2 to the 4th. The fourth root of 3 remains that. So I have 2, fourth root of 3. And one additional problem, if I'm taking the square root of negative 5 squared, okay, so the index and the exponent do cancel each other out, okay, so theoretically this answer would be negative 5, but we're going to list an answer of positive 5 solely because if it is an even index problem, my answer should always be positive as long as there is a positive sign or no sign in front of the radical. For an even index problem, my answer should always be positive.